Yeah, once all praise the how, Bashim Shai, Bashim Karbakatong, Sister of the Wife from James Jamaica, and I'm here to listen um, upon the UFOs, the so called UFOs. Um, but as the scripture known, them as the wheel in a wheel, or fire by night, or pillar by day. Sorry, a cloud by day, or a pillar by fire by night. Now, this is not to confuse Jake because of they've been popping up all over the world now, frequently. And it's been a mystery to most um, people, but to the elect men of the Lord, these are no mysteries because the scriptures are to warn us about them. The scripture are to tell us what in them, who they are, and what they're about. Now, now to the world, they will become a shock. They will also become at one point a threat because people mistaking them for aliens, some big beings, some weird looking creatures. But as man of law, we know what they are. You know, the scripture explain them in ways that you can't miss them. And I mean, we have been seeing them for years. And before they came out with all these sightings and all these alerts and people videoing them, we have seen them long time, way back from when we just started the camp in Jamaica. You know, and the elders them seen them from a longer time as well. Our brothers have seen it and see them, so they're not strange to us. We know who they are, what they're about. You know? But Esau is fretting. I can tell you that. You know, he's mixing all type of propaganda. You know, that they're, you know, at one point I heard a news that his Iran mothership them coming from, when later on that day that same men came out and said they don't know what they are. You know, and people been videoing them, see that they're making some things that mankind don't can't follow them. You know, they've been moving fast and within the same speed they're making turns. You know, and it's like them going straight forward and they just make a straight right immediately without stopping. And we know that if any living thing, if it was made by man, you know, and something moving even that fast, max speed, G-force speed, you know, and stop to make a turn, whatever inside that craft or whatever inside that vehicle or whatever inside that chariot will smash, you know, will coming through that glass are being smashed. But we know that they are not humans, or so to speak, mankind. And we know that they're not made in this world, so we know what they are. You know, the scripture has to refer to them as pillar of cloud by day and a fire by night, or wheel within a wheel, and to give a clear cut, they're the angel of the Most High God. That's what they are. That's what inside of them, the angels. You know, that's why they can take different forms. They can move different speeds. That's why they can disappear. They can do everything that this world um, seen as magic or wonders or mysteries. Because the thing about it, you know, Esau can copy anything and do things in terms of like make something like it, but you can't make him do what it does. You know, he can make up all his lies, he can say them this and them that and whatever. But in truth and fact, they are the angels and they are here for a purpose and a reason. So they will be taking notes, taking records of this wicked kingdom. Now just getting the scriptures, just to just I like what they are. This is this first scripture. This is Exodus 13 and 12 and 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them the way of by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. And we're talking about the children of Israel. This is where they were coming out of the land of Israel. You know, sorry, land of Egypt. They were led by chariot. Chariot was escorting them out. You know, it wasn't no big ball of fire. The scripture just give you an illustration of what they look like by night and what they look like by day. So let me read again. And this is when the children of Israel was coming out of Egypt. That when Pharaoh get overthrown um, by the Mosai, and Moses was leading them out of the land. And when the Egyptian was pursuing them back, they had protection, and the protection was the angels. There was chariots. There was same thing you saw in the sky. There were chariots protecting the Israelites coming out. And read again, Exodus 13 and 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. And he took not the way away the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. So they stood by the Israelites until they reached their destination. The Lord stood by them by day and by night, and the reason why it say by fire or by cloud, the cloud was in the skies. You would see a cloud following you, but you would just see a cloud. But you know, you can in that cloud itself, it is a chariot. As I said, it's shape shift. It can do many things. It can disappear. It can do things that make your mind blow. Because the scripture tell you what they are. And let me read a scripture from Ezekiel 1, and let me just start from 16. The appearance of the wheel and their works was like unto a color of a barley, and the four had one likeness, and the appearance and their works was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. And that's what they kept saying. It's like a wheel in a wheel, like something spinning in something. And that's what they kept seeing in the sky, seeing a wheel within a wheel, because that's the appearance, and it have different lights while it go forth. This is 19. And when the living creatures went, the wheel went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheel were lifted up. So it give you a description of who in the chariots, angels. So I mentioned a wheel within a wheel. So it tells you the spiritual being, which are the angels in the chariot. Wherever the chariot go, they go. You understand? So it explains how it works. Right? This is 20. Whereas whatsoever the spirit was to go, they went. Whether was their spirit to go, and the wheel were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheel. So the angel was in the chariots, right? No, you may call it UFO, but it's chariots. Chariots is basically is a vehicle that transport a person from one point to another. In this case, it's a chariot. In this case, it's the angels, one point to another. Right? So it make mention all over the scriptures. Right? It make mention all over the scriptures. I think it have one more in yeah. This is it's 21. He said, when those went, these went, and when those stood, these stood, and when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of the living creatures was in the wheel. So the Spirit of the living creatures was in the wheel. As a matter of fact, when the bright star were following Moses, sorry, not Moses, um, Mary, and thing there, John, John. When Yahushua was about to born, that star that was following Joseph and Mary, that was actually chariot. It was actually a chariot that was following them. Right? It was no star, cause we know what's a star. A star basically is a planet or a sun. See, so there's no bright sun or bright planet were following them. There was actually a chariot were following them, guiding them, protecting them. So it was actually a chariot, not a living a planet or a sun. It was actually a star. It was actually a chariot were following them. So that was actually what these people kept seeing, and not and giving, oh, it's alien, with the alien invasion, and making a all sort of follies and phonies and foolishness, because they themselves not know what this thing is, right? But you know, it will come a time that if once Esau keep up what he's doing, he will actually set people against this chariot, made the thing that they are come to, you know, invasion, and one point the world, it will come a time is the world gonna want to fight against the Lord, But let's see, you know. But as I said, the point is that we come back to show you that the angel of the Lord from the scriptures, the chariots are from the scriptures, and they explain what them see in the night, and these are not no aliens, these are chariots, angel of the Most High God. So I want to say our praises to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kabbalah, double answer the element stone, and all the brothers in the highway and brothers in the work sincerely. Shalom.